a bunch of stuff just like posted today, and the one that I sent you was the one with all of the different surveillance camera angles and some cell phone stuff. And I'm like, damn. Yo, my whole thing was like how close people were just like standing. Like if you're standing there watching it and it's like, oh wow, this is crazy, I would have just started fucking running. You're at the base of a mountain or in a valley and you hear rumbling, you just fucking go. Like away from the water, especially. You know? The power of water is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous!
Like a booger, I stick to this.
Oh shit, you spitting? You spitting, Mike?
Isn't that Bismarcky, and didn't he die?
Yeah, Bismarcky is not with us. R.I.P. Dolly Parton.
Yep.
And
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, R.I.P.
Who's next, man? Who is next?
Well, I know Hayden Panettiere died last week.
Right.
So it did happen in 3, yeah.
No, we failed, bro. We couldn't save the cheerleader. We couldn't save the world, man. Oh.
Yo, what if that was true?
Fucked up, bro. Even fentanyl kills the girl that can't die.
You know what's crazy is, well, what movie was she in as a kid? Remember the Titans, right?
Yes.
That's a Disney movie, right?
I don't know. One of those, yeah.
I think Disney made it. But yo, dude, I didn't, when I was watching Heroes, I had seen Remember the Titans and didn't put 2 and 2 together that it was the same actress until she died. I was like, wait a minute, she was the little girl from Remember the Titans? I was like, oh shit, that was her.
Just like Opie in Son of Anarchy is in Remember the Titans as well.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that too. I wonder if Facebook allows me to go live.
Why, does Facebook not like us right now?
No, we are live. We're good. I get flagged every time I say the word retarded, but then I fight it.
You fight the retardation?
Yes.
Every day.
I'm fighting it every day. Smoke him if you got him. I love right here. Right back to not the bridge, whatever part of the phone is. Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. I am Mike, that is Ryan, and I am doing a dab.
Welcome back, dipshits, to another week of dipshittery. And I think the title of today's podcast is self-explanatory. I don't want to get into why I chose that as a name. It is overrated. It's pretty. There's no metaphor here.
Jesus Christ, my phones are going nuts.
If you're charged with a crime, fight it.
Plead guilty by insanity.
No, that's the thing. Don't do that. Shit is overrated. Overrated. Defend yourself. I'm saying because like it's the American way. And, like you have the right to defend yourself too, and everybody forgets that. And you're gonna deprive the world of the spectacle that comes along with it. You know,
Oh my god! Did you enjoy your
everyone.
nap?
Not really. I could have slept longer. I'm dealing with court fatigue because not only am I doing this shit for a living, but it's just all over television. It's the Lindsay Clancy and then the Tupac
Oh, you pay
murder. And
attention to
then,
that one too?
well, it's not. Do you have a choice?
Yeah, I know. It's shoved in your face. It's fucking
You
shoved
know,
in your face.
it's
I'm like, I don't care anymore. I hope they all fucking die. I don't care. I don't care.
at a certain point, it's like you get fatigue.
Yes.
And you're like, bro. I guess there was like somewhat of a court culture that you could blame OJ on. You know what I mean? Going back to the 90s,
Well,
because the whole
yes.
country was obsessed with that.
And remember, Court TV, it used to be, I don't know how popular it is now, but my grandmother would have it on all day long.
It is when shit like this is going on. You know what I mean? Like HLN, Court TV, fucking, all the news networks, sometimes they'll be like, and we're going to join live to the court proceedings at blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it used to be the courtroom was closed to the people who were in it. You know what I mean? And then you would just get a report of what happened afterwards because it was not private so much. It was public only in the sense of if you're there in person, it's public. And then there's obviously a limit to the amount of people they could sit in a courtroom, right? But, now it's like you don't even have to. You could just fucking, if something's sensational enough, guarantee you there's going to be cameras in there. And if there's cameras in there, you could just sit your ass on the couch with your bag of popcorn and just watch that shit from home.
It's real entertainment.
Cheers, Trellosaurus! What's going on? Welcome back to another week. We're just talking shit on exploitive courtroom antics. I mean, not to say that certain things, I guess, for certain people do raise awareness to certain things that people care about, whether it's, like civil rights or this or that. And now this is like the postpartum depression thing is with this Lindsay Clancy thing. But some of us love some like old school nostalgia court. That's why they resurrected this whole fucking Tupac thing 30 years later, even though the guy who actually murdered him is dead.
Give me an old guy with a southern accent.
As a lawyer?
Yes.
Yeah, that does it, right? That does make it more Hollywood, right? That's more of like a Hollywood thing. It reminds me of My Cousin Vinny.
That's exactly what was in my head.
And everybody but Vinny.
It's such a great movie. It's such a great movie.
I really do like it, though. I'm not going to lie to you. When I'm down here, right, and like even though like South Florida, South Florida doesn't have the Southern accent, and you'll get judges being judges down here. But because I work remote so often, all the time, I'll do court hearings and proceedings like from north in the state, which is the South.
Yeah.
So when you're like Gainesville, Pensacola, like that's Southern. So you get a lot of Southern type judges who are no nonsense Southern judges who like, we are not going to deal with this in my courtroom today, sir. So you'll get like, the more, Southern guy in there. And it's like, wow, I really feel like I'm in court. This feels like Matlock or in the heat of the night or in the heat of the night or the heat of the night. Well, they were both in the South, right?
One of my favorite comments on one of those Lindsay Clancy things was the guy's like, Matlock hasn't been on TV in years, so now we do this.
Yo, I did not notice the correlation, but I think that is genius in some genius level. That is correct. That to realize that, we become right. When was Matlock not a show anymore? Around OJ, right?
When
it was after OJ, it was probably canceled in like the late 90s.
Episode Matlock. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000 No way.
How long did it run?
No, come on. Give me the. This is not it. This is not it.
No, not the one. Not the one with Kathy Bates.
I know. I'm looking for the original. Originally, 1995, May 7th, 1995.
And when was the OJ trial?
When was the O.J. Simpson trial? 94, 95.
So
it started in 94 and ended in October 95.
Yeah, so it killed Matlock. OJ killed Matlock. People were like, "No, I want that real. I want that real." So OJ maybe didn't kill Nicole Brown Nicole Brown Simpson, but he definitely killed Matlock.
Well, he definitely did. Just because he found not guilty in a court of law doesn't mean.
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Dude, there's a documentary. I want to watch it so bad. I don't know what fucking streaming service it's on, but I want to watch it. It's pretty much them following him around, I think, when he was trying to make money. So there was an O.J. Simpson prank show called Juiced.
Wow. That
was supposed to be like Punk'd, but they scrapped it. They filmed a bunch of episodes. They filmed a bunch of pranks. And in this documentary, a lot of the footage is from a camera crew that followed him around while he was doing all this stuff and trying to have like a resurgence in his career after the whole murder trial. And he says some outlandish shit, and they, how they give you breadcrumbs in the trailer. So now it's like, now I gotta go and watch this whole fucking documentary just to see what kind of outlandish and wild shit that he said that wasn't like put on TMZ or like the tabloids and shit afterwards, because I'm sure there's a treasure trove of shit that he said that's like, bro, wild talk. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he outright admitted to the murder, but the thing is, he said so much shit that's like suspect after the fact, and it's like he
wrote a book basically that was like, if I did it, this is how I would have done it.
Yes, but it's fantasy, Mike. That's what he said. He said it was fantasy.
That's funny. That's funny. Wow. All right, let's see what this video is about. Considering, anyway,
videos like this make me feel better about myself.
Up, side, side, up, side, side, up, side, side. Oh, up, side.
That was on purpose. She did it for the lulls. She did it for the lulls. Just look. How do you fuck it up? Side, side.
I don't know, man. I really feel this is a true to life fail.
So I'm at the studio and someone has nunchucks, and I pick them up and I start doing things with them, and the person's like, "Oh, you've done this before?" I was like, "No, I've never done this before in my life, but I'm not retarded." No, it's a half lie. I kind of did it, but I trained martial arts, but I never played with. You know what I mean? I've seen on videos how to do things with them.
Yeah, but you remember being a kid is once you got a hold of some nunchucks,
you knew how to do it. You just knew.
You knew how to do it, but you tried. Enough. Yeah, but you see how she's going slow, right? She's going slow. But when we were kids, you knew how to do it, right? Or you thought you knew how to do it, so you would go fast. And then if you were lucky enough not to like drill yourself in the nuts, right, you would try to go faster. No?
Yeah.
But eventually, there's no stopping that freight train. Eventually, you're going to hit yourself somewhere with those nunchucks. If it's your shin, your forehead like she did, or your nutsack. Which I definitely remember a lot of, like accidental nut shots with nunchucks.
Where's this next?
Nunchucks weren't very safe to the balls. Let's just put it that way.
And they're not a very practical weapon. There's way more.
Right, that's been completely like. Didn't somebody say? Can't remember who it was. That they're not really a weapon. They were popularized by modern cinema and Bruce Lee, and that they were something used to practice dexterity amongst martial artists, right, in Japan. And it wasn't supposed to be used as a weapon like a mace. It was used to practice dexterity so that you would, train in speed. Sort of like the way that you punch at a speed bag isn't the way that you would want to punch somebody. But you would practice on a speed bag for timing, dexterity, and, and like just general like hand agility and hand-eye coordination.
Well, they were a tool used by farmers, and they had to make them into makeshift weapons. Apparently, because the samurai banned all weapons, so only the samurai could have a weapon. So
that's
took rice flails and had them rope together.
Right, and rope them together, and then didn't they also use like sickles and like just like spades? Like they would literally put a spade at the end of a shaft, and that would be like a spear, right? Like they were tools that they would use that just end up becoming fucking deadly once you use it a certain kind of way. A sickle is, I don't know. There's plenty of horror movies. Well, one in particular, I guess it's sort of a horror movie. In Interview with the Vampire, right?
Mm-hmm,
when Louis burns down the vampire coven, he cuts one of the vampires in half with a fucking sickle. And I'm like, bro, that was brutal, bro. Great scene. But in retrospect, I've seen that movie so many times. I'm like, what the fuck did they need a sickle for in a castle? Or like an underground, like they were in a city, right? They weren't in a castle. They were like in Paris, and they were like in the underground part of like a theater building. And somehow there was a giant fucking farming sickle in it.
Here's the thing. If there was no sickle there, there'd be no way he would use the sickle in that awesome kill scene. So
right, of course.
Don't fucking question it. Just enjoy it.
Just suspend disbelief. Yes. However, I've never seen one fucking sickle in New York City, and Paris is probably comparable to New York City.
What year was it?
This is Paris in the 1700s.
There's sickles definitely somewhere because they used to farm with it.
Farm in the middle of one of the oldest cities in fucking Europe. What? There's not been a farm in Paris in 1,000 years. Not for there to be a fucking sickle 800 years later.
Paris in
the 1800s. It was the 1800s. Because he leaves New Orleans and he heads to Paris. So,
yes, Paris had thriving urban farms, intensive market gardens in the 1800s.
That you would need a 7-foot tall sickle.
Hold on, let's see.
That's meant for open fields, Mike, of wheat. Open fields of wheat. Dude, no sound. There's no reason why a sickle should be in a city. Not even a modern city, just a city. Even like
there's farms inside Paris to this day, Ryan.
Yeah, but they don't need a fucking sickle.
Not anymore.
Sickle. If you grow tomatoes in your backyard, do you need a fucking sickle?
Now that you mention it, I just let you know. I just want to let you know. I bought a chainsaw. I have absolutely no fucking need for a chainsaw. But
I should have sent you this fucking video. I didn't send it to you. There was a video I watched yesterday. Maybe I did send it to you. There was a video I watched yesterday, and the caption says, He bought this chainsaw 10 years ago, and this is the first time he ever had to pull it out and use it. And it was a guy stopped on a roadway, right, in the middle of the woods, and there's cars stopped coming the opposite way, a line of cars, and there's probably cars behind them, but you never see the camera shot from behind the car that they came out of. Guy takes the chainsaw out of the trunk, starts it just to make sure it starts, right, and then he walks over to that tree and methodically cuts that thing down.
That's why
opens up traffic. So you were about to say, I'm just going to guess that by me saying that a sickle in a major city is useless, that you were going to intend that chainsaw that you're purchasing would be useless.
No,
but it's not. It would come in handy.
Just like that sickle
Jaws of life.
Useless. It was used very properly to cut a guy in half. The chainsaw can be very useful, but I also have property in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I plan on going hunting this year, and I might need a chainsaw to get a tree out of the way
to make a clearing.
Yeah,
That's pretty useful.
First ever physical
chainsaws are fun.
online fight.
أدب وأخلاق أحترمك تحكي بسفاهة وقلة احترم ولا لا؟ هات الخرا هات الخرا
You're not hitting the phone. You're just hitting your phones. I don't get it.
Somehow the apps figured out how to get to a physical altercation on the phone.
No, the first comment is that's halal fight.
That's nobody gets hurt. It's pretty safe. It's a good way to get it. You just beat the shit out of your fucking phone while it's on FaceTime with someone. There's got to be some pissed off mom who like slaps their kid through the FaceTime on the phone. There's got to be some abusive mother who just like slaps her phone.
There's some Dominican mom that throws this
chancleta. She throws her chancleta at the phone like these guys did. They took their flip flops off and beat their phones. That's funny.
Remember, a highly motivated crew from Waffle House could take on the Avengers. Until we meet again.
Agree or disagree?
I think it'd be a pretty good fight.
I think I'm matching up the cook, the grill cook with the Hulk, because it's usually some big fucking dude. It's usually some big guy hovering over the flat skillet, flipping omelets and home fries and bacon.
Oh, this video! I think this
hungry.
So this video, I mean, we've heard this shit hundreds of times. I gotta switch the camera. We've heard this type of shit hundreds of times, but for some reason I was just stoned one day and listened to this, and I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go." Now it's in my head again.
So let's start. Number 9, the zoo hypothesis: Earth is being observed, not ignored. One of the most unsettling ideas is that aliens already know we exist, but they refuse to interact with us because it would influence our development. According to the zoo hypothesis, Earth is basically a protected wildlife reserve. Advanced civilizations watch us from a distance, just like scientists watching animals that don't know they're being observed. They study our progress, our conflicts, and even our mistakes, but they never interfere directly. This idea explains why the universe appears quiet, even though it should be filled with intelligent life. The silence might not be natural, it might be intentional. People often point to a strange detail. UFO sightings became more frequent right after humans began detonating nuclear weapons. It's almost like someone noticed we suddenly gained the ability to destroy ourselves and stepped in to monitor the situation. Reports from the 1950s onward show objects hovering near missile test sites, appearing over military zones, and watching rocket launches with interest. These objects never attack, never communicate, and never show aggression. They just observe. And that alone is unsettling, because it suggests we are not as alone or as unimportant as we think. The theory becomes more disturbing when you think about the rules behind it. If Earth is a controlled environment, then contact won't happen when we want it. It'll happen only when the observers decide we're ready. Maybe that means reaching a level of peace and cooperation, or maybe it means developing technology that proves we won't misuse knowledge. Until then, humanity could be part of a massive cosmic experiment, silently recorded by civilizations who prefer to stay hidden. Number 8, the ancient contact theory. Visitors arrived thousands of years ago. This theory argues that Earth was already visited long before modern civilization existed, and ancient humans recorded those encounters in the only way they could: myths, carvings, and sacred stories.
Yeah.
Many cultures describe beings descending from the sky, teaching humans agriculture, writing, astronomy, and architecture. These stories come from places that never interacted. The Maya, the Dogon, the Sumerians, the Egyptians, even tribes in the Amazon. Somehow they all describe sky gods with glowing vehicles, strange tools, and knowledge beyond anything available at the time. Then there's the architectural problem. Many ancient structures seem too advanced for their era. The pyramids align almost perfectly with the cardinal directions. The stones at Pumapunku are cut with precision that challenges
Pumapunku.
modern equipment. Göbekli Tepe is older than any civilization should be capable of, yet it shows complex engineering and astronomical alignment. These are not one-time coincidences, they represent a global pattern of advanced knowledge appearing suddenly without a clear development path. It looks like humans were given a boost they weren't supposed to have. Some historians suggest these visitors did not stay. They might have interacted briefly, passed on select knowledge, and then left with the promise of returning someday. Many myths even mention a return. Gods who said they would come back, beings who left in flying craft, or teachers who vanished into the sky. If the theory is true, we might not be waiting for the first contact. We might be waiting for the next one, and civilizations that visited Earth in the past may already be watching us again, waiting until the world looks ready for them to appear.
Out.
Number 7, the nuclear monitoring theory. Someone is watching our weapons. This theory focuses on one of the strangest patterns in military history. UFOs consistently appear around nuclear weapons. Declassified reports from the US, Russia, and several other countries describe objects hovering over missile sites, monitoring warheads, and even shutting down entire missile systems. These events were recorded by trained officers, radar operators, and pilots with nothing to gain by lying.
Yep.
Some accounts describe missiles going completely offline at the exact moment a glowing object appeared above the silo.
We know all this.
Others
but
describe weapons powering on without authorization, as if someone was testing control over our most dangerous technology. What makes this theory disturbing is how targeted these encounters are. UFOs don't appear over random places. They appear over nuclear storage sites, submarine bases, missile command centers, and test ranges. The objects behave the same way every time: silent, fast, precise, and uninterested in anything except the weapons. That consistency suggests intelligence. It suggests purpose. It suggests someone is making sure we don't use these weapons in a way that ends our civilization before we grow up technologically. The theory's supporters argue that advanced civilizations might monitor all planets that reach the nuclear stage. It's a universal danger point, a moment when a species gains massive destructive power before gaining the wisdom to use it responsibly. If Earth fits this pattern, then alien monitoring isn't about controlling us. It's about preventing a young civilization from destroying itself too early. The most chilling part is the implication that they have been doing this for decades. They might have been watching every test, every launch, and every close call without us ever knowing. Not because they fear us, but because they fear what we could accidentally do to ourselves. Number 6, the government contact cover-up theory. Someone already talked, but we weren't told. This theory suggests the world's most powerful governments already made contact with a non-human intelligence decades ago, but decided the public couldn't handle it. The idea isn't based on random rumors. It's based on hundreds of leaked documents, whistleblower testimonies, and strange government behavior that makes many people suspect something bigger is happening behind the scenes. Right after the Roswell incident, the US military suddenly classified enormous amounts of sky-related research. Budgets vanished into black projects. Aerospace companies received mysterious funding for projects no one was allowed to describe. And every major power, from the US to Russia to China, built secret bases in remote locations for research no one ever talks about. What makes this theory disturbing is that it explains too much. It explains why every UFO case involving large groups of witnesses was shut down immediately. It explains why recovered materials always disappear into military vaults, and it explains why governments constantly deny encounters even when pilots, astronauts, radar operators, and soldiers are reporting the same thing at the same time. According to this idea, contact didn't happen publicly, it happened privately, with small groups of officials who chose secrecy over transparency because they feared social chaos, global panic, or even collapse of world religions and political structures. The most unsettling version of the theory says the contact might not have been peaceful. Maybe governments were warned about something, maybe they were asked to stay silent, or maybe they were told the truth about humanity's place in the universe, a truth they believe we're not ready for. If this theory is correct, then the greatest discovery in human history has already happened, but it sits in a handful of classified reports locked away from the world, waiting for the right moment or the right threat to finally come out.
I agree with that one.
What if it's all the above, though?
That's what I'm saying. That's what Trollosaurus said, didn't it? I believe it's a combination.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. What if it's all the above? What if it's like, yes, they came back in the day, and maybe it wasn't. It was just one group of aliens that were just like, all right, well, nobody else wants to talk to you, but we're going to talk to you.
Yeah. And
You're not that much of a threat right now, so we'll talk to you. And then when they started seeing that humans are a little crazy, like a bunch of wild fucking primates, then they were like, all right, maybe you're not ready yet. We're going to bounce. Yeah, we'll be back. And then they Irish exit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what do you think about the theory of the different species of aliens?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe one of them came to us. But like, let's just say they're talking about 4, right? 4 main ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe one of the 4 were just like, yeah, these other guys, they don't want to talk to you, but we're going to talk to you. We're going to tell you what's up. And, we'll hang out for a little while. And then they hung out. And then when they started seeing that humans are getting crazy, they were like, yo, humans are crazy on this side of the world. And they're like, yo, humans are crazy on this side of the world. And be like, how about we dip and let them figure out this bullshit and we'll just watch. And then once we started lighting nukes, then they were like, all right, I think we're going to have to fucking...
All right, these apes are getting out of control.
We're going to have to talk to them on some hush-hush shit, and the public can't know about it. We don't want them to know about us because we think that you guys are so volatile that something bad would happen. And number 2, we need to tell somebody to check their shit. So maybe the reason why another nuke hasn't gone off since then is because of that intervention. But what if all this, like... All right, you're not allowed to have nukes. You're not allowed to have nukes. Maybe that's alien influence.
But Ryan, hasn't North Korea tested nukes?
Yeah, but do they look like they're talking to aliens?
I mean, they could be the fucking aliens.
I think the opposite. I think the aliens are the obvious ones.
Well, I mean, if the aliens are going to talk to anyone, it's either the United States or China, to be honest. Let's be real here.
Right, or Russia,
Maybe.
Yeah, I think them 3 specifically. China, Russia, and the USSR.
Russia
and Russia. But they did speak to the USSR, I think, when it was around.
Russia has its, things. It's also supposed to be a superpower, and it's having a really difficult time getting rid of a small country run by a corrupt government.
Well, wasn't there just like a recent DL CIA director meeting like that happened the other day?
DL down low. Then how do you know about it, bro?
Russia's not admitting. All right, this is what's funny. This is hilarious. There's cell phone footage of like an AC plane, an AC-130 or something like that, flying into the airport in Moscow. Right, not on any sort of flight itinerary or anything like that. The people who took the cell phone footage were obviously just civilians, and then there was camera footage, like of this airplane landing in the airport, and then there was news reports coming out saying that there was like an impromptu meeting with the CIA director and Russian intelligence. Russian intelligence says that we did not have a meeting with the CIA director, but in fact, from our side, we're like, yeah, the CIA director did fly out to Moscow. So on our side, we're saying he flew there. On their side, they have cell phone footage and camera footage of the plane landing there, but the Russians aren't admitting to having any sort of conversations with that. But they may not be about Ukraine, because the United States did ask Ukraine to cease bombing of Moscow until after this meeting's over. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And they think that it could most likely be about Iran and trading to Iran and have nothing to do with the actual Ukraine war. But I'm not the news. I don't fucking know.
Here's this video. Here we go.
It's and blowjobs are how you keep a man. If one doesn't put a smile on his face, I'm betting that the other can. All you need is a little patience for both and work on your technique. To have him eating right out of the palm of your hand, that's a promise I can keep. can work the dough nice and slow or quicken up your speed. Either way, he'll be okay. 2 things are all you need. His friends will wonder what he's got going on. It makes his life top shelf. Might tell him about your kitchen skills. Keep the rest to himself.
Wow. Wow.
'Cause biscuits and blowjobs are how you keep a man.
That's what we should have named the episode.
They really should have been great. That would be
Biscuits and blowjobs. Biscuits and blowjobs. Biscuits and blowjobs sounds like one of those, like, you know, the 2 trade businesses. Like, you ever see, like, you know, like guns and video rental? It's like, what the fuck? It's like, why are these 2 places in the same storefront? And, you know, like, so it's like they sell biscuits in the front and blowjobs in the back.
I'm down. Let's go. For the biscuits, of course. The biscuits. And
The
sausage
best biscuits
gravy.
in town. Best biscuits in town.
Need to stop fucking painting dicks on shit, dude. Like, it's getting out of fucking hand.
Did you just ask Rich to take his dick out of your hand?
You need to stop fucking painting dicks on shit, dude. Like, it's
Did you
getting out of
ask
fucking
Rich
hand.
to take his dick out of his hand?
Did you just ask Rich to take his dick out of your hand?
You need to stop.
That's funny.
I've been on a few crews that had terrible radio etiquette.
I sort of missed carrying a walkie-talkie at work because of conversation like that. There's the man, Derek Lewis.
I was sad that he lost, but, you know.
I was too.
For on Media Day, you received an award, though, for, I believe it was 75 clean drug tests, and you were somewhat surprised about that. Why were you so surprised?
Just because I've been taking Cialis and a bunch of other boner gas station pills and stuff like that. I didn't think it was going to go through, but I had to get the job done with my wife.
Before on Media Day, you received an award, though, for, I believe it was 75
awesome.
clean drug tests, and you were somewhat surprised.
I love like how he's so nonchalant about the shit that he
Always,
says
every time he
sometimes.
says
It
it.
makes it so much funnier.
It's funny because, like, this is real. Like,
Nuts on my head, nuts on my nose, nuts in my mouth. Crunch, crunch. Oh.
What's the baby watching?
bro, it's real. It's
So
real.
when she's making this kitty video, right? This is obviously not something that was made in like the 50s or 60s. She had to read that line off the script, nut in my mouth. Do you think she's ever said that in the right setting?
So, just want to let you know. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it for a sec. So, when I saw that video, I said, "Wait a second! I've seen this video. This is not a skit. This is real."
Yeah.
And I had to find it. I was like, "It is real."
So is this like a YouTube kids show?
Yes, but this is not that same video. This is a different one.
She still made the gesture though.
Yeah, no, I know. There it is, nuts. What's she doing in her mouths? It's sign language. I know. I was joking.
So that's sign language for nut in my mouth?
I guess so. I'll let you know if it works later. Are those the same facial expressions she makes when
Yo, whoever she's dating would be like, could you talk to me like you do on those kitty videos? That's pretty creepy though, actually, if you think about it.
Let's get rid of this. So like, I felt like this video is gonna be like a manly, awesome video. He's got a gun, a cigarette, or a joint, or whatever that was. Oh god, it's not smart. Where is he?
They lost him. They lost him. They
Where is
lost
he?
him.
Was he okay?
Damn, another casualty of war. I think the beret made him look a little cooler than he actually was.
Mm-hmm.
So like, all you have to do to go from dork to cool is put a beret on, like that guy with the speech impediment who pretends to be a stolen valor guy. You ever see that guy, the comedian? Yeah, I think we might have played him.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could be near this.
Why do these goats look like this? Like why do these goats have like these? Yo, that's gonna be a birth defect with them, right?
Yeah, but like my thing is this. I like to take edibles and go to like zoos and things. I would not be able to keep a straight face in this room. I couldn't look at his. I can't look at it right now.
Where's the volume?
You don't hear it?
No.
Oh no, I hear it. I get refresh. Yeah.
Because I know they make weird noises when they look like that, like right?
Oh god.
Right? Like they're fucking. There's something wrong with the goat when they look like that, right? They're not supposed to look like that.
Let me know if you hear it now.
All right.
You don't hear it?
Yeah. Yo, that is not of this world, bro. How did I accurately guess what that fucking goat was gonna sound like?
I don't know, but
dude, just the way that I knew it was gonna sound like blah 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 blah. I just knew it was gonna sound like that.
So I took
just from the looks of them.
Me and Peter went to the property I have upstate.
Yeah,
and they do good turkey hunting up. There's good hunting there to begin with because it's not hunted a lot, the land. So there's a lot of animals there. It's a state forest.
Yeah.
So we're in the border of my property and the state forest. And I make a joke to Peter going, yo, there's turkeys out here. I wonder if I could call one. And I go, and then like I go back to cutting wood or whatever. And then all of a sudden in the distance, we hear turkeys.
Oh shit, dude! You hit the turkey call for real.
Like, me and Peter look at each other and we're like, no fucking way. And then I made the noise again, and then there was silence for a while, and then we heard it one more time. And I was like, yo, there's fucking turkeys out there, and they're talking to us.
It would be hilarious and scary if you did that, right? As a joke, shits and giggles. You turn around to go chop the wood, and then you just hear it from the distance. You're like, oh shit, it worked. Then you go back to chopping the wood, and then another 2 seconds later, you just see them slowly creep out of the bush line. Just like a lot of them, like a scary amount, to the point
where I had a rifle.
Yeah, but hold on, you can't shoot all of them like that amount.
I have 3 rifles and 3 people that could shoot.
Okay, I'm talking like South Park Braveheart turkeys. They all just come out of the fucking wood line, and there's like 1,000 of them, and it's like, I don't know if we could kill 1,000 turkeys. We only have 200 rounds.
I have a cabin that has locks and windows with wooden planks.
You would have to zombie apocalypse that shit, and then just be fucking turkeys pecking at your window like clack. Clack.
I might want to go turkey hunting too one year. That'd be cool, I think. But you have to shoot them with a shotgun. Well, the guys at the cabin like 2 years ago.
I don't think you can shoot them with. Well, you can shoot them probably with the 12 gauge, but they usually use like 410 shells, like the smaller shotgun.
So 2 or 3 years ago, I guess the other hunters in the cabin went turkey hunting, and they got 2 turkeys, and I went to like read about it in the book because there's a sign-in book. Those lazy motherfuckers were sitting on the porch, saw turkeys walking in the field in front of the cabin, and we're like, "Oh, look, Pop, you're not hunting.
It's ambush predator at that point. So technically, it's like it's a form of hunting.
Wrong
Cheapest
place,
dipshits.
wrong time.
Electricity bills are starting to look like you got charged for sunlight,
Yeah.
moonlight,
Yeah.
street light,
Yeah.
the light of the Holy Spirit, and the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
Until we meet again.
The light at the end of the tunnel got me though.
Yeah. So I don't understand why this is surprising to people, and I don't understand why the
Oh, so again, this happened again.
But the news makes a big deal about it, and it, like
You know,
the way they talk about it is like this is insane. And
well, the thing is, the reason why it's such a red light is because of the implications with terrorism. So it's like we know, me and you, right, as Mike and Ryan, know that there's a whole subculture of urban explorers and people who will just go down into like any tunnel under a city, any sewer under the city, just to go looking around and lurk around and be like, oh wow, this is crazy, look at all the fucking sewage, you know what I mean? And then, right, there's also the people who are like, oh well, let's see where this fucking transformer is under this building. I think I want to blow up the street corner. You know what I mean? Which is a possibility too. You don't know, like, if somebody's trespassing, you don't know what their intent is. It's like when I was a teenager and I would go trespass onto like an abandoned property. It would be like, obviously it could be me who just wants to go and smoke weed in a fucking abandoned building. Or it could be a bum who wants to just crash out for the night, or it could be somebody who wants to rape a child. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like, oh, well, this secluded place with no eyes on, some nefarious shit could be happening there.
True, but there's probably no children hanging out down there. They would have to drag them down there, and we would probably see that.
Well, no, I know. I'm not saying that baby rape is happening in these fucking sewer tunnels. What I'm saying is that I was saying that the trespassing in the abandoned building, it's like, well, you could pick up a whole laundry list of illegal shit you could be doing in there, other than just walking into a building you're not supposed to be in. But I'm just saying with the sewers, it's just that I'm gonna use the metaphor of the baby rape in place of the terroristic activity. Just any sort of nefarious activity. I'm not saying they're dragging people down there to kill them, but I'm just saying, like, they're not building the Batcave. They're not building the Ninja Turtles lair. You know what I mean? They're going down there either just to like sort of lurk around and look and make, internet videos, or they're trying to fucking scout.
Here in New York City, police are investigating new video of 3 people emerging from a sewer in New York City. It's just the latest in a series of similar and disturbing incidents in recent weeks. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Tonight, the NYPD investigating this new video showing 3 people climbing out of a Manhattan manhole in the middle of the night. Wow. One by one, some in all black, wearing waders and headlamps, emerging to the street just feet from Penn Station in Madison Square Garden.
Ooh, wow. And you know what? And you know what? There's flock cameras everywhere. You can't catch them. You can't get them. Come on.
Well, I mean, what is the situation with that in New York City?
I don't
with
know.
The flock. I know they're down here everywhere in Florida, especially South Florida.
They're back here behind my property. But in Manhattan, in the city streets, like, I just always assumed going back 20 years that there were just like fucking street cameras everywhere anyway. Me too.
And license plate readers.
Another group here.
Latest in a string of bizarre incidents in the belly of New York. This group oddly similar to the ones police were trying to identify weeks ago. Seen here also wearing waders, carrying flashlights, and prying open a manhole, then slipping into the sewer. In another incident, authorities investigating 7 men, also with headlamps and shovels, spawning from the sewer system in Brooklyn. One guy almost gets hit by a car. Police think these groups are hunting for valuables. The city's Department of Environmental Protection says it inspected the sewers around this latest incident and found no damage to the infrastructure.
And Lindsay, officials stress that entering the sewer system is not only extremely dangerous, but it's also illegal.
Now to a deepening mystery here.
Also illegal. I mean, there are mole people that live in the sewer systems.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, no one's gonna be surprised when it's like, oh, we've uncovered some sort of a, you know, blank, blank, blank. Like, I'm not gonna say a human trafficking ring or anything like that, but just like, oh, a plot to destroy a building, or like or a plot to, like shut down an electrical grid. You know what I mean? Or it actually does happen, and then they find out that it was people going in the manhole covers that were doing it. So, I won't be surprised. Let's just put it that way.
Oh. So this is a funny joke, actually. All right. So I'm at work.
Oh, wait, can we just do 9/11 plus one?
Well, this is a 9/11 joke, kind of a reference, not a joke, a reference.
No, yeah. Trollosaurus hit that one on the head.
What I'm about to say too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm at work, and I'm working with me, Lydia, and this kid Nick. Nick is younger. He's 22, 23, 24, but he's younger.
Young kid, yeah.
So he wouldn't remember 9/11. Oh, and Peter was there too.
Okay.
So he wouldn't remember 9/11. Wasn't even born, was he? Or was he one? Whatever the math is, I don't fucking know. He wasn't born yet. So we're in the basement of a building where they're doing asbestos removal, but it's like contained away from us.
Yeah.
And Peter goes, "Oh, that chemical's going to be in the air, the silky, whatever it's called, something with
that they use for the remediation." Yeah.
He goes, yeah, and that's the shit that killed the people at 9/11. And Lydia goes, "All the people." and then we all started hysterical laughing. We started. This is what happened. All three of us now are hysterical laughing.
Yeah.
And Nick is like, "I don't get it," and I'm like, "You're too young. You wouldn't get it." But that was trauma.
Damn. I can't believe we're at that fucking age to where we're like, you're too young for that. You're not going to remember, and we're telling people that we are telling people that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But for real. Yeah. But and then after we all laughed, we all looked at each other and we were like, "Yeah, that was a trauma laugh. That was a trauma
laugh."
And then, I made a joke later. I was like, I was just thinking about what you said. That guy that was falling and he goes upside down. That chemical really was getting him. Fuck. What is this?
What is this?
No way.
It's a big guy on a little bike.
Is it gonna even go? No way.
He just looks like
funny shit.
It's like a meatball rolling down the road.
I don't get it. Why? I guess.
You see, it's all balance, Mike.
No, but
his center of gravity is better than you realize.
No, it's not even that. It's that you couldn't just afford something a little bigger.
I think it's the novelty. I think he's like one of those people who are into like giantess porn, except he just wants the bike to look little between his fat ass. That should be okay. That should be the commercial for Monjaro and Ozempic.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It would just be a fat guy riding around on a miniature motorcycle. Oh. And you just show his part. You show his part, fat guy on the motorcycle, when you go run down the side effects. So they do the side effects list right when his part comes in.
Wow. You see this shit? Where'd it go? You hear it?
That don't even be yours. You doing all that for what? And fuck you and your pocket package.
That lady's a G for real.
You see what she did?
Y'all see
Yeah,
she
she
just tased that fence nonchalantly. That man about fell down and peed in his britches, boy. It's wild out here.
Yo, yeah, but he pulls up in the rented e-bike, or not e-bike, e-scooter.
Scooter, yeah.
And fucking waits to steal the package. That just happened to me last week. Someone stole my daughter's shoes for school. Right in front of the fucking house.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
God damn.
2 pairs.
Well, I got this neighbor, brand new neighbor, just bought the place right next door to me. And we have like a sort of a shared staircase right up until it gets to the front doors and then it separates. And he just moved in, so he's obviously buying a bunch of new shit for the house. But I don't think he lives there full time. And it just Amazon piles up. Right now there's a stack of like 5 or 6 packages. Could be 7 if one of them's small. Just stacked right in front of his door. And I'm like, shit's getting rained on. This guy hasn't showed up in like fucking a week. And I'm like, I just don't understand. I would have anxiety if I had a package on my front porch for that long. I would be like, yeah.
The packages that were stolen, they were there for 20 minutes.
They saw Amazon rolling up. They were sitting there waiting outside to see if something would get dropped off.
There's a bus stop in front of my house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see what this is about. Let's go to this one here. Shift. No. Ooh. Oh. Ow. Oh. Ah. Oh. Jesus Christ. I don't get a chance to breathe watching this.
Damn.
Oh. Oh.
Ah. That last one where the lady falls down, dude. She falls, dude. That's like a cliff. I seen that clip. I think we played that clip on the show, dude. That's like she fell off a fucking cliff. That lady. I don't know if she fell to her death though.
Just that.
Would you? Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Would you volunteer to get tased? I don't know if we've asked this on the show before.
No.
You wouldn't try it?
Nah.
Why?
Because I don't like it. I work with electricity. I know, I've been
shocked. I've been zapped before. And I didn't like it.
And
I don't think I'd like being tased. But
my coworker, not a long time ago, maybe a year ago, he bought this thing to work where it's a game and you grab it and they turn the dial and it slowly gets more and more and it basically zapping you. I was one of 2 people in the place that was able to hold on until it got to one of the highest settings.
I want to fight the tase back. I want to see how long. I want to see how long I could last standing, because it's like you see so many people, right? You watch all these videos, you see so many people, like when they do like the police, like when the police have to get it done to them, and they just collapse right away. They collapse right away. Some of them, they stay held up for a little while and then they fall. And then you watch some of these videos where I don't know if these people are fucked up. Maybe they're fucked up on something or drunk.
It does nothing to them, and they keep
and they're just like they're moving like, like slowly but surely, and I'm like, dude, and some of them just like pull the fucking shit off, and I'm like, dude, I want to see if I could do that. Chances are I hit the ground, but I want to see if there's a chance that I could fight it back.
All right, let's see what this is about. Non-Asians be like.
Steak, go with fresh soup, go with bread fish, go with chips, roast meat, go with mashed grilled chicken, with pasta, fried chicken, with waffle, salmon, with quinoa. Oh, eat with rice, 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 eat with rice. Steak, go with.
I think she does a couple of videos like that, and they're all pretty funny. Like,
that's pretty funny, dude. That's pretty funny.
Yes, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can drink this, you can drink this. No! Yes, you can eat this, you can...
There's one where she talks about, it's the American accent. Where is it?
That's funny. I hear the fucking Benny Hill theme song in the background.
Wow.
All right.
This is white, beige, green, off-white, eggshell, ivory.
Oh, white.
This is white, beige, green,
Yeah.
off-white, eggshell, ivory.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
White.
That's me too. Yo, I get my balls broken about that all the time, dude. And because I fuck up colors like blues and purples all the time. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, that's red. I'd be like, no, that's some sort of pink. And I'm like, the fuck, like. But isn't pink just diluted red?
Yes,
it is. So I'm not wrong.
No.
Left and right 就係個 magic 係咯，太 bone. This is ice cream tub. We use it to keep ice cream. No, we use it to keep frozen fish, frozen meat, frozen chicken, sambal sauce, and last night dinner. This is ice cream tub. We use it to keep ice cream.
Well, I'll use like containers. You know what we used to do back in the day?
Yeah.
My mom would buy the margarine she used to get was Country Crock, and that shit always used to come in a tub. So, like, if you opened up my refrigerator growing up as a kid, right, and you looked, it was like the hat switch game. You would look in the freezer, and it'd be like, well, there are 3 tubs of Country Crock. Which one is, or in the fridge, not the freezer. Which one is actually Country Crock? Which one's actually last night's leftover chili? Which one's actually?
I was just gonna say pasta with meat sauce.
Pasta with meat sauce.
Bolognese or something.
Yeah.
Yes, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this. No! Yes, you can eat this, you can eat this. This is round steak, ribeye steak, New York strip, T-bone, flank steak, sirloin steak, tomahawk, filet mignon. Oh, steak. This is round. Yes, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this. This is round steak, ribeye steak.
What?
Steak.
New York strip, T-bone, flank steak, sirloin steak, tomahawk, filet mignon. Oh, steak. This is round. Yes, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can eat this, you can drink this. No. Yes, you can eat this, you can.
Yo, so
yes, you can eat.
What?
Asian moms are like ramen and fucking hot pot's not healthy?
Hot pot's like a junk. It's like not a once in a while thing.
This is green, lime green, forest green, sea green, mint green, basil, emerald, turquoise. Oh, green. This is violin, viola, cello, double bass. Oh, violin, big violin, very big violin, super big violin.
Yeah.
This is British food, French food, Greek food, Spanish food, German food, Mexican food, Italian food, Australian food, American food. Oh, Western food. This is British food, French.
Yeah.
Some more Asian people.
Whoa, bro. That's wild. The caption's wild.
A chink eating Chinese food. Look at this nigga eating his fried chicken on the beach. Sunny Sunday. Beautiful. God bless. A chink
Breaking
eating
boundaries, bro.
Chinese food.
Breaking
Look at this
boundaries,
nigga
bro.
eating his fried chicken on the beach. Sunny Sunday. Beautiful. God bless.
Those look like a very beautiful beach.
Where they in Cali? Is that California?
I don't know, but
where are you gonna get Chinese food and fried chicken on the beach?
It's gotta be
Cali, right?
Yeah. Where the fuck did that? What is that? How it break that? I don't know. This one's called I don't know. Jesus Christ. All right, what's this?
The racism in the world. I saw this post on social media the other day. Someone said, "How would you feel if your daughter brought home a black man?" And it's like, this ain't 1950 anymore, okay? It's 2026, pal. My daughter is a black man, okay? So, why don't you fucking show some respect, all right? It's Pride Month, cocksucker.
That was good. That was good. That was good. That was good. What the fuck is this?
To the window, to the wall, till the sweat drops down my balls. Skeet, skeet.
Yo, I think that dude definitely thought he was gonna do some sort of somersault, and then realized halfway that he was just like, "Oh no, I fucked up. I fucked up."
God, man, what was that? Jeez, oh, Jesus Christ, this shit, bro.
Oh yeah. So in the news today, I don't know if any of you guys seen this, but yo, dude, I mean, I don't know if you want to show the other ones, but this one is pretty bad, but they get progressively worse as you scroll through. This is fucked up. So I guess somewhere on the border of China.
Hold on, let me lower it. I can't hear you. All right, now I can hear you.
Somewhere on the border of China and Nepal, I think a glacier, right? There was an earthquake and then a glacial rock slide that dammed up some end of the river, and then eventually the river crested over it and then rushed down like this. And obviously there's some snow melt with that too.
And they have a very low number of people missing.
Bullshit. Dude, I see in like 2 separate videos that they're saying, oh, only like 100 people are missing. I think I seen
291 missing.
Yeah, I think you could count that 2 videos. Dead. Yeah, I think there's more.
There's gonna be more.
Dude, there's one video where it looks like at least in one video 100 people get buried.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah, dude. The power of water. Dude, it's the power of water. Yeah, took out a concrete bridge. And you know that's muddy water and silty water, so it's heavier. So it's like a bulldozer. I'm surprised those buildings on the side are still standing.
Fucking insane. Oh,
This
is wild. This is wild. I saw this on another clip.
Look, there's at least 100 people.
Jesus Christ. I just spit everywhere, but that's
wild. Gone. Buried in seconds, dude.
That's fucking insane.
Nobody's finding those bodies for fucking months. If at all.
Did they not? They didn't have a warning either, did they?
There were alarms going off, yeah.
Is this even water at this point? Is this the ice?
It's mud. Okay.
Oh my God.
Because it was a rock slide with the 2 and there was debris from that earthquake. It's mud, water, and rocks.
Jesus Christ.
You could see it better here.
That truck is gonna be. He's got. Dude.
Oh, that person's fucked.
What person?
That one.
I think he's gotta keep moving.
Damn.
Ooh.
Like, this is what I was saying before. All these people just standing there watching this water come in. I'd start running already. I would have been running already.
Are they in the vehicle? They're in the vehicle. They're driving away.
Yeah, but all those people on the street, I would have just ran before that. Bro. Takes out that bridge, huh? Yeah, definitely.
Fucking terrifying, though.
That's crazy. That river rose like 40 feet in 2 seconds.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, bridge gone.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they're not high enough. Those people on top of that parking garage, the parking lot, are not high enough.
Well, they all get buried, bro.
Oh my God. How are there only 18 confirmed? Oh, because your kid you didn't find the body, so you can't confirm it.
You didn't find it, dude.
Christ.
And you're never gonna find, dude. That shit gets swept away. You're gonna be finding bodies like 1,000 miles away upriver. Look at that, under like 20 feet of soot.
It's still moving. Look at it. It's still flowing.
Fucking crazy, dude. Damn. Hearts go out to the Nepalese, bro. That shit's crazy. And then how do you stop that? Like, obviously, the first fucking 5 things that I hear on the news is that, oh, this could just bring up questions of infrastructure and ways to mitigate this and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, I was like, I'm pretty sure there's no dam that's going to stop that.
No.
Not if an earthquake causes a rock slide to have a gigantic piece of glacier fall into a river. That's too much. You would have to, dude, you would need like Star Wars level fucking like infrastructure to fucking stop that from happening. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's already that not a lot of people already live there, so it's like a chunk of their population got taken out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it was a Democrat conspiracy to take out voters.
Oh shit! John breaks bad news in a top hat.
Why is it not giving me the option to rewind it though? It's annoying.
Hi, is this Mark?
There it is.
Yes.
Hi, Mark. This is John from John Breaks Bad News. I have some bad news from Jeff for you.
Jeff?
Yeah, he wanted me to tell you that your forklift is stupid and you can't believe that he can't believe that piece of crap is still running. On Friday, you gave him the middle finger for no reason, so he hopes you get explosive diarrhea. Also, he's called the FBI because he knows you and Drew are starting an illegal naked wrestling federation in the back of the warehouse. You guys better be trained, okay? Otherwise, somebody's going to get hurt.
He doesn't know everything.
What do you mean he doesn't know everything? It sounds like he knows enough about your naked wrestling warehouse games.
Oh, my God.
Where do I sign up?
Where do I sign up?
He does know a little too much. I might have to take him out.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
No, I'm going to have to challenge him to a tickle fight.
Yeah, winner gets control of the illegal naked wrestling federation.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to put it on pay-per-view.
I agree. Pay-per-view, you stream it on Netflix.
Ooh. Hello?
Hi, Brandon.
No, sorry. It has to be random for the end of the show.
Absolutely, yeah. Homesteading usually starts with gardening, and I wish people would follow this advice a little more. Plant what you actually eat. When people start their first garden, they usually go online and they get a long list of everything they can plant in their hardiness zone. And next thing you know, they're planting everything from arugula, beets, carrots, dill, daikon, edamame, everything in the alphabet they plant all at once. And what happens? That gets to be too much. It's more stuff than you ever really eat. A lot of it goes bad, it rots in the ground, and you get discouraged. And when you get discouraged, you're not gonna want to garden anymore. Make a garden that fits into your lifestyle.
The
first time using this tent. It's made by Arctic Oven, and it's the Igloo, and I believe it's the warmest tent in the world. And
you know who he is?
I believe it. This I don't know if you can see it, but right there, the floor is turning a little
into
black.
legit places. Like
The
he's the
stove's
real survivor
actually
man.
charring the floor mat, so I got to do something to fix it. And I think my best solution is
He
I need
goes
to
with his
raise
kids, too.
the firebox up. I think because the feet are sagged down into the snow a little bit, it's causing some problems. Hopefully that'll fix it and we won't burn our floor mat. We also have this thick canvas ground mat, which is highly durable so you don't tear up the bottom of your tent. And it also helps insulate and keep the cold from the ground from coming up too much. It is so warm in here. We're just sitting with the door open and we're still like stripping down. Whew. We are gonna be plenty warm tonight. It's not just a stove that makes us warm. This is a really beefy double layered tent. I mean,
She's dead.
Wow, get out of here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Crazy, right?
That's wild.
So I promised that I would pay your 401k loan, which was $1,700, if you've remained sober. You consented to a test before this, which obviously we would have needed to do a test to make sure that you're not sober, but we did the test. Noah, is he the father? Wow, okay, so we're...
Most people don't know this, but you were never supposed to drink coconuts. For thousands of years, people in tropical coast regions drank young coconuts because the sealed shell kept the water clean. That's why sailors would always carry coconuts across the ocean. They drank it to survive, while most of you drink it because it's at the market. The water inside a young coconut isn't coconut juice. It's the liquid that the seed uses to build itself. As the coconut matures, that liquid slowly turns into the white meat lining in the shell. The water doesn't go anywhere. It becomes the coconut. So the thing that you drink and the thing that you eat are the same thing at two different points in time. That's why the entire coconut water industry is built on harvesting them before that process finishes, while the inside is still mostly liquid instead of meat. So every coconut water you've ever bought came from a coconut that never got to finish becoming one, which is pretty insane. Most people don't know this, but you
Educational. That's well,
driver's license.
They're aborting the coke. They're aborting the coconut.
This is the guy. You ever watch this guy?
No.
Nice, see your driver's license. All right.
Because I didn't stop completely at the red light.
You didn't even come close to
Look
stopping.
I'm literally about to run out of gas and get stopped pedaling.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah, you... Oh, you don't even have a driver's license. Oh, that's why you're a bad driver,
I just
because...
dropped off my boyfriend at work right now. I'm sorry, it's because I had to go to the parent-teacher conference and I...
No, you're not driving. You're driving because you handed me an identification card.
Oh.
Which means that you don't have the privilege to drive.
Yeah.
Is your license suspended?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm going to drive anyway.
No, I...
Poorly, because you just blew that red light like it wasn't even there. You're not wearing your seatbelt and all that stuff.
I just took it off and I promise you it's I will...
Everyone says that. So that's the law that you decide to follow. Is you're like, I'm not going to stop at red lights. I'm going to drive on a suspended license. But I swear I'm wearing my seatbelt because that's the law that I decided to obey today. See registration paperwork for this thing, current proof insurance. So in looking at her long history of suspensions, there's a revocation in there earlier this year from February of 2025 for endangerment of a person involving a motor vehicle. So I don't know if she ran someone over or attempted to run someone over or got in a real bad collision, but she did that in February and then got a DUI in April.
Jesus Christ.
Which her license is suspended for, but it was already revoked. So it's like revoked and suspended. All right, so I'm gonna tow your car because your license is actually revoked. Ma'am, can you start me a 20-day impound tow? Vehicle's gonna be all 4 up, golden color. Yeah, you're because you shouldn't be driving. and you know you shouldn't be driving, you're driving anyway, so the repercussions, gold, the repercussions for that is we take your car, because your license isn't only suspended, it's revoked. And it's revoked from whatever you had before you got your DUI. You had some sort of endangerment of a person, and in doing that, so they revoked your license for that. So you can take whatever you want out of here, but I'm going to cut you a bunch of tickets because you need them, because obviously you don't take this seriously, and then I'm going to tow your car. So hang tight. All right, so you went through that stop light there, the red light, at about 10 miles an hour when you made the right, and your driver's license is both suspended and revoked, and you didn't have any current proof insurance. So just everything that we talked about, nothing that we didn't. You have a mandatory court date on the 21st day of October, 8:30.
I have rarely seen him arrest people.
On a Monday is dropping a bio bomb on a Friday.
What is it?
A what?
Bio bomb, odor remover.
Sticker. Bio bomb.
Bio bomb.
Fill line. Chlorine dioxide tablet. Bubbly.
Huh?
Let cook for an hour. Danger. After an hour, take it out, hold your breath. Air out vehicle. Refresh with some freshness. La mint. Ah, so fresh. Boom. Best odor remover in the game.
No
Only
way.
thing better than dropping a bio bomb on a Monday is dropping a bio bomb on a...
This is a whale skull. That thing's about 5 feet long.
That's
This
that
would be
dude.
so
He's
cool
legit.
to
So
clean
legit.
it up and mount it. You gotta admit, that thing looks pretty awesome. These antique balls are
Hold on
actually
one
collector's items. People will actually pay good money for them, especially if you get some of the rare ones. See how cloudy that is? That's from all the sand blowing on it.
Sorry.
Or that one's a little wet. Oh, look at this. That right there is the Japanese symbol for 10. The Japanese symbol for 3 right there. My
Oh, I know what
backpack's
those are.
Pretty heavy. I might start having to be a little bit more selective.
Those glass balls are what Japanese fishermen used to put on their fishing nets. And there's like, supposedly, if you go out to the Pacific Ocean, in all directions, like if you go all the way from Japan, Australia, California, the west coast of South America, you'll find those glass balls just washing up on the beach.
He's in Alaska.
It makes sense.
Look at that sharp. That's the backbone of a whale right there. That's a whale spine. Pretty fresh. There's still all the connective tissue in there. Giant rib bone. Another whale skull with the nose broken off. So there's 33 glass balls here. There's 21 I didn't bring back. So that's 54 glass balls I found in 4 hours. This is a whale skull.
Like he went out and he was on the beach. He was looking for, he was hunting walrus or seal or something. And he's like, oh, you see this? Yeah. These are grizzly bear tracks. And they're going in the direction I'm going.
Oh, man.
He goes, that's great.
Oh, speaking of, I rewatched Grizzly Man for the 3rd time.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and like, you know how you catch things that you didn't get the first time?
Yeah, of course.
And the very first time I watched that documentary was a long time ago. It might have been like maybe 15 years ago. And I didn't notice how batshit crazy his ex was.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which made sense, you know. And I completely forgot that he was like a failed child actor.
I forgot about that too, actually. No, I knew that. You just reminded me.
Reminded you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm like watching this thing and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, and Werner Herzog is like, oh, so you're like his unofficial widow. And she's like, yeah, I guess I am. Like she got like some badge. And I'm like, you were probably never really that like involved You know what I mean? You're just the one person who accepted his belongings after he died. That's it. You know, because I think Werner Herzog gave him like the watch.
That you listened to that audio, right?
They don't play it in the documentary. I thought they were going to, because I was like, my memory fails me sometimes, and I was like, oh yeah, you hear it. No, you just watch Werner Herzog with the headphones on. You watch him listen to it while he's staring at the woman is what happens. But I do remember hearing it probably on some YouTube shit back in the day.
And it's not the whole thing either. They cut it off before it gets bad.
Yeah, you do hear that shit where he's like screaming at the girl that he's with to run away. You do. I remember hearing that, and I remember hearing just like, because, you know, listen, it's tragic, you know, like it's sad, somebody died or whatever, but he was sort of like screaming in a feminine way, and that's what sort of stuck with me, you know.
I mean, he's in full out panic mode.
Yeah. I would have brought a gun with me though, but
always,
he wasn't the type.
Always, I won't go to my property without a gun, and there's no grizzly bears there, just coyotes.
Yeah, and black bear. So
yeah, definitely, I've seen it.
All right, another episode of Dumbfounded Dipshits in the books for this week. Thank you for joining us, everybody who decided to watch live, and thank you for whoever watches this posthumously. We'll be back next week, Wednesday at 9:30 with some more dipshittery, more videos. And I'll send you a bunch, Mike.
Take it easy, bro. See you soon, man.
Peace out, man. Have a good night, everyone. Later, dipshits. Boom.